I don't think you listened to the instructions, Barry.
Hey, Barry, didn't you hear me say at recess that we're going to play tennis today?
Barry, I told you Jeff couldn't come for dinner. We're invited out to Grandma's. Didn't you listen? I think that half of what I say to you goes in one ear and out the other.
Barry. Barry.
Huh? Did you call me?
Didn't you hear what your mother just said to you?
Uh-huh.
She said that she thinks that half of what she says to you goes in one ear and out the other.
Aw, I listen all right.
The result is in now on the intersectional finals.
Well, I think you...
Hold it. I want to hear the score.
Bradley North, 84, Oakdale, 77.
I was waiting for that score. That was a big game.
Well, you do listen when you want to, but you're too easily distracted.
What do you mean?
Sometimes, when you should be listening to someone, other things get your attention. And so you stop listening to the important sounds, and that gets you into trouble. Do you see what I mean, Barry?
What?
Do you see what I mean?
I guess I wasn't listening. Something got my attention.
Well, that's what I was saying to you. You let other things get in the way of your listening. You have to learn to listen.
But I do know how. See?
Yes, some simple sounds do give us useful information.
Hello?
But most of what you learn by listening to other people talk.
Oh, it's you. Well, maybe you are right. How can I learn to listen better?
Well, I'll help you discover how for yourself. Now, hang up. Think about some recent times when you didn't listen very well.
Okay. Bye.
For instance, what happened when your teacher was giving you instructions for that assignment?
I guess I started thinking about something else. Drag racing.
And what about when your friends told you they were going to play tennis instead of baseball?
I guess a helicopter was flying by. I heard the sound, and then I tried to find it. I love helicopters.
And what about when your mother told you about going to your grandmother's for dinner?
I think I was angry because my shoelace just broke. And I was in a hurry, and I really didn't want to go anyway.
Feelings can get in the way of listening, just like things you see and hear, or other things you think about. All right, I'll give you some practice. Take that bell and ring it every time you hear me name a color in the little geometrical story that will take place just above your head.
Okay, I'll listen for colors.
Once, there was a very special tree whose fruit was the most unusual in the world. It grew yellow, equilateral triangles, blue, regular hexagons. There were also orange and purple, trapezoids and parallelograms. And last but not least, a big red circle. Of course, it was a geometry. You're doing fine, Barry. Let's change the purpose. Instead of listening for colors and ringing the bell, use this counter. Do you know how?
Yes.
And listen for numbers. And add up the number of fruits on the tree. That's your purpose now.
Okay.
One day, a greedy giraffe came by and ate all the fruit. He ate the 4 equilateral triangles, the 7 regular hexagons, the orange trapezoids, which were 5 in number, the purple parallelograms, there were 3, and the one red circle. In all, he ate how many
20.
pieces of fruit? Very good. And he felt just fine. That's because everything you get from geometry is good for you. The end.
Hey, that's okay. Does it have a title?
No. Do you want to give it one?
Yeah, but could I hear it again?
I'll review it quickly for you so you can listen for the main idea.
So I'll be listening with a new purpose, right?
Right. And one you choose yourself. Here goes, and I'm going to do it very fast. Once there was a very special tree whose fruit was the most unusual in the world. It grew yellow equilateral triangles, blue regular hexagons, orange and purple trapezoids and parallelograms, and a big red circle. Of course, it was a geometry. One day, a greedy giraffe came by and ate all the fruit. He ate the 4 equilateral triangles, the 7 regular hexagons, the 5 orange trapezoids, the 3 purple parallelograms, and the 1 big red circle. In all, he ate 20 pieces of fruit, and he felt just fine. That's because everything you get from geometry is good for you. The end. All right. Can you give it a title?
Well, how about even giraffes enjoy geometry?
Not bad. You might come up with a better one if you think about it for a while. Listening with a purpose, especially when it's your purpose, helps you listen, doesn't it?
Well, I think so. It helped me concentrate.
Do you think you can concentrate enough to repeat what I say?
Will that be my purpose for listening?
Yes. Here goes. Laser beam.
Laser beam.
The distance from Earth to Moon has been measured with a laser beam.
The distance from Earth to Moon has been measured with a laser beam.
The average distance from Earth to Moon, as measured with a laser beam, is, now listen, 237,086 miles.
The average distance from Earth to Moon, as measured with a laser beam, is, I did listen, 237,086 miles.
Do you think you can listen as well as you just did if I give you a series of actions to do?
I'll try.
You'll have to listen carefully.
I will.
All right. Stand up and sit down.
Aw, that was easy.
Walk to one side, stand on one foot, raise one hand, and disappear.
Stand up, move to one side, stand on one foot, raise one hand, and disappear.
Excellent, Barry.
Thanks.
Now, reappear upside down. Arms out, slide out of sight, come back in again floating in midair, turn green, and then return to your normal color and sit in the chair.
Wow! Whoops! Sorry.
Good. Fine. Very nice.
Green! Normal. And back in the chair. How was that?
Really good, Barry, really good. Some games like these help you learn to listen better because they help you want to concentrate. And once you've started doing that, you can start listening for clues that people use that will help you understand what you're hearing.
I don't understand.
Well, here's what I mean.
Wow, those words sure got my attention.
Well, that's what I mean. Some words, like those, tell you an important idea is coming. Like, this is important.
Oh,
The directions are...
I see.
Now listen.
Yes, they do help me listen. They're sort of like, notice that. The point is to summarize. Right?
Right. Other words tell you about the order of things, like first,
Sure.
later,
I get it.
finally.
I understand.
Good. I think you do. And you won't forget about listening with a purpose, will you?
I'll try not to.
Then, when something goes in one ear, it'll stay there, because you'll know how to listen.
Hey, that tickles.